Good morning everyone, Friday morning, which means one thing, Fat Loss Fridays. I know you absolutely love that title. So obviously on Mondays we looked at building muscle with our meals. Today we're going to look at losing some body fat with our meals. So straight off the bat guys, I want to get something out of the way. This particular recipe happens to be very low in carbohydrate. Now that does not mean that I personally subscribe to the zero or low carb approach to fat loss. I'm actually more in the if it fits your macros camp, essentially using small calorie deficits over consistent periods of time to achieve fat loss, which is the simplest and safest way of doing things. So just because this particular recipe is actually moderate fat and very low carb, that doesn't mean that that's what you should be doing all the time when you're trying to lose body fat. If anything, what this does is it simply frees up more carbohydrates for meals later in the day. Certainly I find when I'm trying to lose body fat that I like to have carbs saved up for the end of the day when I'm hungry when I get in. And the last thing I want to do is eat chicken and broccoli for dinner. I want a little bit of room left over. So I just thought I'd get it out of the way nice and early guys, and I can crack straight on with the recipe. What we're going for today guys is very, very simple, but it can go wrong if you know poach an egg before, because that is literally the hardest thing anyone has ever done ever. So we've got a couple of eggs here, we've got about 60 grams of smoked salmon, and we've got some cherry tomatoes, with the only seasoning we really need in this, because it's quite a flavourful dish by itself, just some salt and pepper. So the water's already boiling away behind me. First trick, if you didn't already know this, is when you poach an egg, you don't want the water to be bubbling. Yeah, you want it to bring it to the boil and then get it on a nice kind of low, even simmer. You don't want the water moving around too much, otherwise your eggs tend to just look like a big cloud in the water. So water's bubbling away, it's almost ready to go, and in a second I'm going to show you a nice little trick to try and get the eggs, that kind of nice, neat, round shape that you see in the restaurants. Right, so here we are, getting a little bit of a closer look at our ingredients for today. So that's what it looks like on the board. I'm just going to take you over to the saucepan. You can see there the water is steaming up nicely, but it's nice and still. So what we're going to do guys is we're actually going to swirl the water around in the pan, and then we're going to plop the egg in. Obviously we're going to crack it first, then we're going to plop it in. And what should happen is the circular nature of the water creates a little hole in the middle, and that allows the egg to kind of spin and set very, very quickly. Okay guys, here goes nothing. Going to up the heat of that water a little bit to keep it boiling over. Going to give it a little stir with this. Got to get it in that nice circular motion. Got to really get it going. Try not to splash it everywhere while I'm doing it though. Got to give myself long enough to crack this egg. So there. Into the middle. And watch it swirl away. And it should start to settle quite quickly. So let's hope that's what it's doing. And there you have it guys. Not sure if you can see how it's spinning around there nicely, and it's actually stayed very, very central. And that will start to poach. It's going to take the heat up a little bit so it doesn't kind of take too long to cook. And guys, that's basically it. That's how you poach an egg. Right guys, there you have it, all plated up. So we're looking here, macro wise, we're looking at 30 grams of protein. We're looking at about 4 grams of carbs in the tomatoes and 18 grams of fat roughly for the whole dish. 300 calories. I've added a little bit of salt and pepper for extra flavour. Like I said, very, very simple dish. Most of the flavour is in the egg yolks and the salmon anyway. So we're going to sit down and tuck into this now and then get started on with the rest of the day. So there you have it. Smoked salmon, poached eggs, and some tomatoes there as well. Very, very nutritious, very good fat loss meal, and hopefully delicious as well guys. So if you're watching this on Facebook, please use the YouTube link, go across to that page, please subscribe to the channel, and click that thumbs up button if you enjoy what you saw. All this to comments guys, if you have any questions or anything else you'd really like to see in the series. Obviously it's a very new series, so I will read all the comments and I'll endeavour to reply to all the comments as well. And I will also endeavour to include your requests in future videos. So this is Paul again from Get Yours. Have a great day guys. Thanks.